Okay, we're live. We're live. We're live. We got author Phil. Is it the Bird Explorer? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, no, it's called Blurred Explorer. It's like a fusion of Black Nerd, Blurred Explorer.
What does that mean?
Uh, just being a black nerd, like things. I pretty much like anything geeky, gaming, anime, comic books, history, things of that nature.
Oh wow! So tell me who you are, where you from, where you living at now, and what made you decide to write this great book.
Sure. So I'm from the USA. Moved around a lot, but I would say my home city is Blythewood, South Carolina.
Okay,
Uh, I right now I been living in South Korea since May 2016,
I
and
saw
I'm
that.
look right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So right now I'm in the city of Incheon, South Korea, hence the phrase phrase in my book right now. But what led me to write this book was, unfortunately, due to the pandemic, my bosses informed me that we might be furloughed for a certain amount of time, and so uh, I came up with the idea after listening to a webinar seminar about trying or take a passion and try to earn some income,
okay.
and so that's what led me to do that, and also looking into finding something that I know that the Black community needs, and also maybe learn a little skills, new techniques. And I saw what the Black community needs is more information, travel information from a Black perspective.
Wow. So how has it been? I mean, you wrote this thing during the pandemic, man. Like that was major. So how has
Yes.
that transition been, being that you wrote it during the pandemic?
Um, I mean, it was a good excuse. One, because I've been furloughed since July, so it gave me an excuse to get out the house, explore the city I'm in right now. I mean, of course, I took every precaution necessary. Especially the bigger challenge was the hiking chapter. I covered hiking in my book, Places to Hike, because South Korea is a very mountainous country, so people go hiking all the time.
Oh wow.
So yeah, this is during the summertime. It was very difficult because usually there are rest stops that people could take a break in. But
Mhm.
of course, because of the pandemic, the people, mostly the older generation, getting social distancing, they weren't wearing the mask. So every time I would get to a rest stop, I had to keep moving.
Wow. So how is the pandemic over there? Are they shut down or how is it
Yeah,
right now, South Korea?
yeah. So in the beginning of the year, like February, March, the city of Daegu, which was the fourth largest city, located in the middle of the country, they got hit pretty harder. But now the tables are turning. Now the capital region where I'm at, where Seoul, Incheon,
Wow.
other provinces, so they've been hit hard. We had the higher social distancing measures. Excuse me. So right now, the Korean government has stated that you can't be in a group of 5 people, like people in a group of 5. You can't do that. Not even in a private house or whatnot. Can't meet with friends in a big group or something like that. And the
Wow.
only restaurants do takeout. Only takeout deliveries are allowed for restaurants only.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. So what made you go to South Korea? How did you get over there?
Actually, I was in my last semester of college, and I was trying to find a job, and I couldn't find nothing to save my life. And so I saw an ad about teaching English in South Korea, and so that's what led me to come do it, and I've been doing it ever since.
Wow. So is it so what time is it there?
It's 11:05 p.m. Korean Standard Time,
Oh,
so
it's
it'll be 9. Yeah, so it'll be 9 a.m. EST.
yeah, because I'm it's 8 o'clock here. Wow. So it's so down where you at, it's 11 o'clock at nighttime, so it's dark. That is crazy to
Uh,
me how time is.
oh
So tell
yeah.
me this right here. Can you tell me what would you say to an inspired author? Like what would be your motivation to those who really want to write?
Well, I would say if you have an idea or a story, I say just go ahead and do it. One, make an outline. Take your time with your planning. Like know what your limit is. Know if you some people can write a book in a couple months. Some need to take at least 1, 2 years, maybe longer, just to write a single book, and that's fine. Just do what works for you. I would say.
Mhm. That's some good advice. That's some really good advice. Okay. And so my question, can you tell us more about this book? And do you have it?
Sure. No, it's actually ebook format, so I don't have any plans to do print as of right now. So this travel guide is more. It was more of a test to see if there was to gather interest, see if people would enjoy this type of content. And so far, it's been a very positive reviews. I got positive experience with that, and so I figured, okay, if we got this book on, then we'll start the next one too, and then we'll try it out, see how that does. And if it turns out pretty well, then I will go ahead. What I do, what I call Project Korea, when I'm gonna do a Black travel guide for the whole country of South Korea.
Wow.
But in the book, I pretty much cover anything you'll see in any type of travel guide, but it's more for the viewpoint of a Black person. Now, admittedly, it's more since obviously I'm a Black male, just single Black male. There's only so much I can give in terms of stories and experience compared to say a Black woman or a gay Black person, gay Black couple, whatnot. So I can't really solve those questions, of course. But I figure I tried to do best what most Black people can go through.
Wow. So how many pages is it?
Ebook wise, I believe it's about 100 pages, about 105. I have a little gallery at the end of the book too, with different locations and whatnot, pictures I've taken.
Wow. Were you excited when you got the project back? I bet you was just smiling and excited.
Yes, I was. It definitely helped my mood, especially with the artists that I'm working with. Seeing how the cover was coming through, how it was being progressed over time, it just gave me excited to see that. Oh my gosh, I'm actually about to publish a book. That's something I thought I never do in my lifetime.
Yeah, I actually know the same feeling. I actually published a book. I actually on my third book now, so I understand how you feel. It really can, you know what I'm saying? Once you, I mean, as far as me, mine is pretty much in my hand. And so when I got mine in my hand, I cried like a kid. I was just like, I cannot believe I wrote this book. You know, and
Yeah,
it's
right.
such a good feeling, you know, especially when you're helping people. You know what I'm saying? The motive
Right.
is good. So that makes a big difference. So I'm quite sure a
Right.
lot of people want to buy this book, especially for those who want to visit South Korea or Korea, and you got the information in there that's going to draw people that may want to purchase this book,
Right.
so find out more about the history and all the things that happen and why they're there.
Right. In the book, I cover many things like places to visit, with some good restaurants to try. I also do make a mention about what a Black experience, like what to expect as a Black person if you're going to visit South Korea. Like for instance, foreigners in general will get stared at, but being a Black person, you will get the most stares out of everybody else, of all groups. Oh yeah.
So what kind
I
of
can.
food? What kind of food do you eat? What's your favorite food over there?
I like a lot of dishes. Was it bibimbap? It's like a rice-based heavy protein dish. Now, I did mention in the book that if you do have food allergies, you may want to avoid street foods and traditional Korean food, because food allergies is not as taken seriously over here in South Korea as it is in the West.
Right.
And also, I do mention too that a lot of Korean dishes tend to have a high sodium count. It says
Yeah.
a lot of people in general, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you yourself or somebody who has high blood pressure or high cholesterol, you may want to take that uh, in serious thought. If you do decide to come to Korea and you want to try Korean food, just keep in mind some of these dishes do have a high sodium count.
Wow. Where can we get the book?
You can buy the book on Amazon, Google Play Books, the Apple Books, Barnes and Noble, Scribe, pretty much anywhere where all ebooks are sold.
Wow. Amazon. Do you have a website?
Yes, ma'am. I do. It's called theblurredexplorer.com. I'm also working with a magazine called blackasiamagazine.com too.
Really? Wow. Look at you. I am so excited. So what's the future for you now? What's next?
Well, I started working on my next book for the city of Daegu, South Korea. I did a little bit first last month, but I wanted to go back during this month, but unfortunately the case numbers had gone crazy, so I had to put that on hold. Hopefully, I'm hoping to go in January, like around the fourth weekish of January. But of course, I'm just gonna wait to see what happens.
Wow.
And again, it's more to see how people react. If there's something that people enjoy, and then I'll continue working, maybe covering the whole entire country.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because I really do feel that it's my goal to encourage Black people, particularly African Americans, because we don't really travel a lot. You don't really, because I'm pretty maybe you can experience this well, but I'm pretty sure most Black people, the only time you ever heard of a Black person ever going outside the USA is usually because they're military, almost always.
Right. That's
I
right.
mean, yeah. I'm sure I'm sure there's variables. Like some people may have that one aunt or uncle who got the money to do that, but it's usually almost always military or
Yeah.
business related.
They're just going out of town just to, have fun and come on back home. So yeah, tourism on that level, but just to move out the country and live in this South Korea, that's amazing to me. Because I know you're seeing so many different things you probably have never seen before.
Oh, very much so. And of course, I wanted to get out of South Carolina. I didn't want to be another person, typical American who never leaves the state, who drives the traffic, go to work day in and day out. That wasn't just for me.
Mm. Well, we appreciate you for joining this pandemic tour. And we'll be
Yeah.
happy. I mean, of course, this will be on YouTube. It's on YouTube now. It's on Periscope now. It's on Facebook Live. It's on Instagram. It's on 7 different platforms. So if you don't mind with the YouTube, can you put the information now for your website? He's on Amazon. You said books, Apple Books, correct?
Yes, yeah, the book right now is The Black Traveler's Guide to Incheon, South Korea. Is available now on Amazon, Google Play Book Store, Apple Books, Barnes and Nobles, and Scribe and other ebook platforms.
All right. Well, thank you so much, sir, for being on this tour. We are so excited to have you here. Do you have anything else you want to say? You want to give a shout out to anybody special on here who's watching?
No, I can't think of anybody right now, but
Well, at least tell who your illustrator was. Who was your illustrator?
yeah, his name was the Ants Arts. Yeah, he did my cover. Have you taken a look at the cover? Have you seen it already?
I think
Okay.
it's cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of my thing. So I just want you to know. So I am working on my next book. I guess to give you an idea of what we're trying to go through for my next cover book is going to have 3 different groups of Black people eating together. Yeah, yep, that's it.
Yay! Yeah, I looked outside. That's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
was very into because I like unique stuff. So guys, this is the cover. I think that's
yeah.
very unique.
Arts. Yeah, he did the cover. And also helped the fact that he's a brother in Atlanta, I believe. He actually lived in South Korea before a couple years ago. So
Isn't that something? Out of
right,
all
so that
places?
right.
Wow.
But for the next book, I have an idea for like having different types of Black people who come to South Korea. I'm thinking of having a military person, tourist, ESL teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure about the genders or what countries they're from, of course, not yet. Still trying to get that out. But having a group of Black people sitting together, eating and drinking, having a good time. But it kind of shows what also different types of Black people who come to Korea or who travel in general. So I kind of want to get. So this time I want to try to make it more universal for all Black people. That's what I want to do going forward. All my travel books I make sure that not just only the African Americans get their feel kind of represented. I want to make sure Canadian Black people in the Caribbean, South Latin America, whatnot, et cetera, to make the show that they feel they're going to have their, I guess, sort of experience. We're going to face similar experience here in Korea or wherever.
Wow. Well, all right, sir. Well, good talking to you. Talk to you very soon. I'm excited. Don't forget to go check him out on his website. Give that website again for me.
Yeah, it's called theblurredexplorer.com. Also, you could probably mostly find me on Instagram at my IG is at the Blurred Explorer.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Phil. You have an amazing day. We will talk to you soon.
Yes, you take care now. Have a good one.
Uh-huh. So, guys, check him out. Arthur Phil. This is his book. I want to show it to you again. I love it. I think it's amazing. I'm kind of that artsy girl, so this is the cover. Check it out. Go follow him. He's on Amazon. Check him out on Instagram. I love supporting my Black men in business, especially when they're doing something that no one else is doing. I've never seen that before. And I like to bring in different people who's doing some amazing things. And he's definitely doing some amazing things. Let's keep him in your prayers on the Herpreneur site, Coach Nikki site. We're glad to have him on there. Follow him, support him, order it so you can teach your kids. Have a good day and everybody be blessed.